Hello everyone, welcome back to the Concept Academy. So this is the IB MYP and IGCSE Math 0580. So this is the first video of our course, and today we are going to start the algebra, expansion and factorization. So before we'll start this topic, I just want to let you know that we have some basics which will help you a lot in the upcoming topics. So let's start without doing any further delay. Okay, so in this video, what we are going to learn is that we will understand what is a variable, what is a constant, what is a term, then what is the expression, what is the equation, and what is the inequality. I know, although that these things are very simple, like variable and constant, I think everybody who reached to the IGCSE, they know what is that. But still, let's quote a difference between these all, so it will be better for us to understand the new topics. So let's start. Okay, so our first topic is variable. So what is a variable? Variable is a symbol, and usually we use a letter to symbolize it that represents a unknown or changeable number. So the examples are X, Y, A, and as you know that English alphabets, and sometimes we use Greek alphabets also. And what is the real life link is if you buy X apples at 10 rupees each, so the total cost will be 10x. That means X is the number of apples. So now we don't know, like it could change. Suppose that if I will give example, you want apple for your birthday party and you're not sure that how many kids will come, how many of your friends will come to the to a birthday party. So in that case you don't know the exact number, so it can vary, it can change. Like if suppose that 10 friends came, or then 15, then 20, so it is it that value, the number of apples you need to buy, that depends on how many of your friends will come to attend your birthday party. So it's a variable, and we represent it with the letters X, Y, A, N, B, Z, anything, alpha, beta. Okay, so now I hope that variable is clear. Next, let's go to constant. So constant is a fixed number that does not change. Like, what is the pin code of your city? You know that? Okay, that is a fixed number. And if I will say that what is the radius of the Earth, that is also fixed thing. So that is also constant. That means all the fixed values in our surrounding, those are called constants. Examples are there: 3, 12, -5, 0.75. All the real numbers can be constant because their value is fixed. Like, what is the a's? Like in this scenario, a's can be a variable because it change day by day, but if year by year. But if we will talk about a perfect thing, like in 2015, what was your a's? So that will be a fixed number, so it's a constant. So let's go to the next thing. What is a term? So term is a single number, variable, or both multiplied together. Like you can see that 4x, 5x minus 2y, and 7a square. So these are called terms. Like you can call it uh, a unit of algebraic expressions, like one or two could be there, so it will become an algebraic expression. So term is single number. It can be a variable, or it can be both variable and constant. Like if I will take the example 7, it's a term. If I will say x, so it's also a term. And if I will say 7x, so this is also a term. Like when I'm doing 7x plus 8x, and it will give me 15x, so this is one term. But 7x and 8x, if we are observing them separately, say we have two terms in this case. But at the end, when we are adding up and we are getting 15x, so this is a one term. So the important thing is terms are separated by adding or subtracting, or plus or minus sign. And expressions, the examples are this way. So in the expressions, how we use the terms: 3x plus 4y and minus 2. So this 3x is a one term, 4y is one term, and 2 is a other term. So as I told, you can call it the basic, the unit value for any expression. So that is a term. Like a few days ago, I went through one amazing question. So that was a plus b upon 2. So how is this a term, or how many terms are there? So if you are looking this thing a plus b upon 2, this is just one term. But if you will open it like this way, a upon 2 plus b upon 2. So now we have two terms. So that depends on our observation, the scrutiny, how we are looking at the term, how we are looking to any algebraic expression, any variable or constant, in which way it described. So it will decide that it's a term or there are a lot of terms. Okay, so now I think that term is clear. So let's go to the next thing, and there we have the expression. Okay, now expression is very easy thing. The combination of terms, like you have a lot of terms, a bunch of terms you have, and then you are combining them in a such a way, like you're using addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So that is an expression. But one thing you need to take care here is there will no equal sign. Like 4x plus 7, which is the example given here, you can see that there is an addition sign, and the other few examples, which is 2a minus 5b plus 9, and the third example, x square plus 3x minus 4. Here you can see that we have used the addition subtraction sign, but there is no equal sign. So the main difference behind expression and equation is, in equation we will have a equal sign, but in expression we will not have equal sign. Okay, so now let's go to the next topic. Now I think that expression is clear, just the combination of terms, but there will be no equal sign. Yeah, one more interesting thing about the expression, or one property of expression do not have a solution. Like we will not get any solution. Like you have seen that in algebra we find the values of variables sometimes, like the value of x or the value of y, a, b, c, g, anything. But in expressions we will not going to get any answer. We can just simplify it, or we can do factorization of it, or we can expand it, but in certainly we are not going to get the solution. Like we are not going to get the exact values of the variables used in expressions. Okay, so the next thing we have is equation. So what is equation? Equation is a mathematical statement that two expressions are equal. So the definition quotes that when there is a mathematical statement and two expressions are equal, like we discussed about expression in the last slide. So you know that expression is a combination of terms. So when there are two expressions and in middle of it there is a equal to sign, so that means it's an equation. So you can see that 4x plus 7, it's a combination of terms, is equal to 19, and here I have a term, or either it could be x plus y is equal to a plus b. So this is also equation. Both sides we have used expression. This is the expression, and a plus b is also expression. But you can see that in the middle of it there is an equal sign. So it means it's equation. So now, the basic thing, the difference what is between equation and expression. In expressions, there you will not get a equal sign, but in equations, you will get the equal to sign. So we solve equation to find the value of the variable. It always has an equal sign. So as I said, for expressions, we cannot solve it. We are not going to get the value of any variable there. But in equation, certainly we will get the value of variable. Like as you can see here, we have x minus 3 is equal to 5. So there are method to solve it. One of the method will, in this we will take this 3 to this side and the sign will change. So 3 plus 5 and x is equal to 8. So as you can see that I'm getting the value of the variable which is used in this equation. So equation means where there is an equal sign and we can get the solution, or we can get the values of the variable used on it. Okay, now let's go to the next thing. And mostly I think this is the last topic which we are covering in this video. So an inequality. So an inequality compares two expressions and shows a relationship of greater or lesser symbol use. So these symbols we use here, and we compare two expressions. Let's see, x plus 5 is greater than x minus, or let's say x minus 9. So this is an inequality. That means we are comparing x plus 5, which is one expression, and x minus 9, which is also an expression. So when we are comparing two expressions, so that is called inequality. So there are a lot of examples, certain examples you can will get in the upcoming videos. But for now, we have two. X is greater than 3 and 2x plus 5 is smaller equal to 11. So this is an inequality. Now, what is the difference between inequality and an equation? In equation we get most of the time, not most of the time, certainly we will get a equal to sign there. That means two things, two expressions which are equal to each other. But in inequality we are comparing two expressions and it's for sure that any expression could be greater than the other expression or smaller than the other expression. So these symbols we will use there: greater than, smaller than, greater equal, and smaller equal. So that is one inequality, and I think that now inequality is clear. So the real life link is you must be at least 18 to vote. So like in India, you know that in certain countries, you know that we need to be elder than 18 years to give the vote. So your age should be greater equal to 18. Either you should be 18 years old or you should be greater than 18. Then only you will be able to vote. So this is a inequality. Okay. So it's a quick practice. So as you can see that we need to find out, we need to identify these given things. What are they? Are they terms? They are variables, they are constants, they are equation, inequality, or just expressions. So let's see. So the first one, 5x minus 2. As you can see that here we are using term. 5x is a term and minus 2 is also a term, and it's a combination of terms, so this is a expression. Okay. Then this x is greater than 10. So I told that in inequality, what we do, we compare two algebraic expressions, and x and 10, they both are algebraic expressions, or you can call it terms also, or you can call it this one is variable and this is constant. But at the end, what are we doing? We're comparing these two, and there you can see that x is greater than 10. So this is an inequality. Okay. Now the next one. This is just 7. So there are two possibilities for it, but we will go with the base one. It's a constant, but as well as it's a term. So it can be constant or term. And the last one, you can see there is a equal to sign, and equal to sign means equation. So this is a equation. Okay. So it's shorted out, and now you can practice a bunch of questions like this. And I don't think that you need to practice the question, because these things are very easy to understand, and you just need a hint or idea that how to identify one term, one variable, constant, equation, inequality, or expression. So that's for today. Thanks for watching. Go and subscribe the channel Concept Academy. You can follow us on Instagram. There we upload very cool videos explaining physics and mathematics. Then if you want any more details, and if you want one-on-one classes with me, so here is my email address: info.conceptacademy@gmail.com. You can put your inquiry on the comment section also, and if you need any topic, or if you want any suggestion, if you want to give any suggestion to me, so please put it down in the comment section. Thank you so much.